राम हरे हरे। ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादां सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितंश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्ता राधा कान्ता नमस्तुते। तप्त काञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरो दीनतारिणम् परमानंद माधवम श्री चैतन्य ईश्वरम। Hare Krishna and wish you all a very very happy new year, English New Year, and in Bengali we say आपना के नव वर्ष, अंग्रेजी नव वर्ष, आपना के शुभ नव वर्ष, प्रीति शुभेच्छा अभिनंदन जानिए जानाए। So wish you all a very happy new year. And recently I was having a session about this new year, and the point what I was emphasizing is just changing the date will not change our destiny. So not only the change of the date, but what we are changing internally, because internal transformation is more important than external change of date. So hoping and praying that we all progress spiritually closer to Krishna. We aspire to become a better disciple, a better devotee, a better person this new year, hoping and praying and entering into Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Since you took up the topic, just by hoping and praying, nothing would happen. Nothing much would happen.
No, I will hope and pray and they have to act.
So everyone needs to have a practical plan laid out. Prioritize personal sadhana. They have to prioritize what services, and then of course what are the duties and services they have. So they have to look at each of their important aspects of their life. They have to draw up a practical plan. With that plan in place, they should approach the Lord and pray for His grace and mercy that the plan is good, and then we are empowered to execute the plan.
Actually, that point also I was discussing in my session recently, and how the life, we have different quadrants. So one quadrant is my work, or those of us who are studying, so studies or work. Somehow that quadrant becomes bigger than life for most of us, and everything else becomes mechanical. So that is one quadrant, or 1/4 only. The second is our family, our friends, etc., the personal relationships. The third quadrant is about our self growth, as in what am I doing for myself? How am I growing and not just living? And the fourth and the most important one is my spiritual quadrant. So, spiritual quadrant again can be divided into services and sadhana and swadhyay. So, each of the quadrant, what are my goals? So, if we break it down and we give due importance to each of these four, and with focused way we progress, then probably we can actually achieve something, and we should all aspire to make this our best year so far. No,
Best year ever.
2026, best year ever.
And we saw that book distribution was going on, and devotees who took targets, we saw that very soon they achieved those targets. Most of them. Those who did not have target, they did something, they didn't do something like that.
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda,
Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda,
Jaya Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Lord Chaitanya, all glories to Lord Nityananda, all glories to Advaita Chandra, and all glories to all the devotees of Lord Chaitanya.
So we are in the Antya Leela, chapter 1, Srila Rupa Goswami's second meeting with the Lord. Rupa Gosai Prabhu Rajaniya Abhipraya Se Arth Shloka Kaila Prabhu Re Ye Bhaya.
Rupa Goswami, however, could understand the intention of the Lord, and thus he composed another verse that appealed to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
यह कौमार हरः स एव हि परस्त एव चैत्रक्षपास्
ते कौन्मिलितमालती सौरभ्य प्रौढा कदम्बानिलः
स चैवास्मि तथापि
तत्र सुरता व्यापारलीला विधौ रेवारोधसि वेतसि तरुतले चेतः समुत्कण्ठते.
That very personality who stole my heart during my youth is now again my master. These are the same moonlit nights of the month of Chaitra. The same fragrance of Malati flowers is there, and the same sweet breeze are blowing from the Kadamba forest. In our intimate relationship, I am also the same lover, yet still my mind is not happy here. I am eager to go back to that place on the bank of the Reva under the Vedasi tree. That is my desire. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would sing similar verses, and inspired by those verses, Rupa Goswami, understanding what is the inner Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam, his innermost desires, and based on that he also composes a similar song. So what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would sing was a song of separation on behalf of Srimati Radharani. And when Srimati Radharani is having darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, of Supreme Lord Krishna in Kurukshetra, and there she is remembering that everything is the same, he is same, I am same, and yet
the season is same.
The season is same, the breeze is same, the fragrance is same, the Malti flower is same. He is the same lover, I am the same lover, and yet I am not happy. Why? Because this is not Vrajbhumi. This is actually Kurukshetra. So her mind is hankering to take Krishna back there. So as we understand that Jagannath Rath Yatra is pulled with that mindset that we are taking Krishna back to Vrindavan. So that is the mood of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when that Rath cart is being pulled. प्रिया सोऽयं कृष्ण सहचरी कुरुक्षेत्रमिलितस्तथाहं स राधा तमिदमुभयो सङ्गमसुखम् तथापि अन्तः खेलन् मधुरा मुरली पञ्चमजुषे मनो मे कालिन्दीपुलिन विपिनाय स्पृहति.
My dear friend, now I have met my very old and dear friend Krishna on this field of Kurukshetra. I am the same Radharani, and now we are meeting together. It is very pleasant, but I would still like to go to the bank of the Yamuna beneath the trees of the forest there. I wish to hear the vibration of his sweet flute playing the fifth note within that forest of Vrindavan.
तालपत्र श्लोका लिखी चाले तेरा खीला समुद्र स्नान करी बारे रूप गोसाई गेला. After writing this verse on a palm leaf, Rup Goswami put it somewhere in his thatched roof and went to bathe in the sea. So he composes this and then he puts it there in the roof and he goes to take bath. हे न काले प्रभु आइला ताहारे मिलिते चाले श्लोक देखी प्रभु लागिला पढ़ीते.
At that time, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went there to meet him. And when he saw the leaf pushed into the roof and saw the verse, he began to read it.
श्लोक पढ़ी प्रभु सुखे प्रेम विष्ट हैला हे न काले रूप गोसाई स्नान करी आइला. After reading the verse, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was overwhelmed by ecstatic love. Prema Vishta Haila. He was captured by this ecstatic love. At that very time, Rup Goswami returned after having finished bathing in the sea. प्रभु देखी दंडवत प्रांगणे पड़ीला प्रभु तांडे चापड़ मारी कहिते लागिला.
Seeing the Lord, Sri Rupa Goswami fell flat in the courtyard to offer his obeisances. The Lord slapped him mightily in love and spoke as follows.
गूढ़ मोर हृदय तूनी जानिला के माने एतक ही रूप कैला दृढ़ आलिंगने. My heart is very confidential. How did you know my mind in this way? After saying this, he firmly embraced Rupa Goswami.
This is the stature of devotees. Ordinarily, we cannot know what is in the heart of other person. It's very difficult to know unless the other person tells. Or if we have some very advanced siddhis, we cannot know what is happening in others' mind. Definitely, it is impossible to know what is going on in Lord's heart. But devotees have, with their great devotion, they can know the mind of the Lord also.
Actually, what to talk of knowing others' heart? We are living life so mindlessly that we don't even know what is there in my heart. We don't even question that what is going on within. We are all living in such a, auto mode. Life is running on auto mode. And here is a devotee. Se shlokalana prabhu swarupe dekhaila स्वरूपेर परीक्ष लागी ताहारे पूछिला. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took that verse and showed it to Swarup Damodar for him to examine. Then the Lord questioned him. मोर अंतर्वार्ता रूपा जानिला के माने स्वरूप कहे जानी कृपा करिया चापाने.
So here is the secret being revealed. So Lord asked Swarup Damodar Goswami, how could Rupa Goswami have understood my heart? How is it possible? It is very confidential, nobody can know. Swarup Damodar replied, I can understand that you have already bestowed your causeless mercy upon him. So we cannot know, one cannot know the heart of the Lord unless we have been blessed by the Lord, unless Lord has so ordained. We cannot really know. So here Swarup Damodar Goswami is just revealing that simple principle that you have already bestowed your causeless mercy upon Rupa Goswami, and that is how he has understood your heart. अन्यथा ये अर्थकार नाही होय ज्ञान तुम्ही पूर्वे कृपा कैला करी अनुमान.
No one could otherwise understand this meaning. I can therefore guess that previously you bestowed upon him your causeless mercy.
प्रभु कहे हो आमाय प्रयागे मिलीला योग्य पात्र जानी हाय मोर कृपता हाईला. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, Rupa Goswami met me at Prayag. Knowing him to be a suitable person, I naturally bestowed my mercy upon him. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu remembered and responded to Sarup Damodar that yes, I met Rupa Goswami. I felt that he was a qualified, suitable recipient of my mercy, and that's why I bestowed my mercy upon him. तबे शक्ति संचार्यामी कैलोपदेशा तुम्ही हा कहियो इहाय रसेरा विशेषा.
I thereupon also bestowed upon him my transcendental potency. Now you also should give him instructions. In particular, instruct him in transcendental mellows. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is accepting and telling that yes, I have instructed him. I have given my instructions. I have bestowed upon him my mercy. And now he is requesting to Swarup Damodar also to give him instruction, and especially related to transcendental mellows.
From this, we also understand that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, bestowed upon him my transcendental potency, as you said, it was in the form of the knowledge that Lord gave, the instructions that Lord gave. So the grace and the mercy of the spiritual master comes in the form of his instructions.
Phalena phal karanam anumiyate. By seeing a result, one can understand the cause of that result. So here, what is the result? The result is that beautiful verse which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself is admitting that Rupa Goswami has understood his heart. So that is the result. And what is the cause? So now the cause, Swarup Damodar Goswami is telling us that the cause is the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
The river Ganges flowing in the heavenly planets is full of golden lotus flowers, and we, the residents of those planets, eat the stems of the flowers. Thus, we are very beautiful, more so than the inhabitants of any other planet. This is due to the law of cause and effect. For if one eats food in the mode of goodness, the mode of goodness increases the beauty of his body. So this is to show the principle of cause and effect. So these are the residents of the heavenly planets. There Ganga flows, there are golden lotuses, and the residents eat the stem of those golden lotuses. And because their food is primarily composed of food in mode of goodness, so they are in mode of goodness, and by that the beauty of their body increases. So and so that there is no other inhabitant in any of the planet in this material world who are as beautiful. So here we understand the principle of cause and effect.
And here Srila Prabhupada in the purport take the opportunity to explain and emphasize the importance of eating prasadam. So this is talking about food and mode of goodness. Imagine when we eat food which is in Shuddha Sattva, which is completely transcendental, how beautifully externally and internally a person would become who just accepts Krishna Prasad.
चतुर्मास रही गौड़े वैष्णव चलीला रूप गोसाई महाप्रभु चरणे रहीला.
After the 4 months of Chaturmasya, all the Vaishnavas of Bengal returned to their homes. But Srila Rupa Goswami remained in Jagannath Puri under the shelter of the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we know for many years we have read that in Mandhe Leela that how during the Chaturmas period all these Bengali devotees, they would travel and come and stay for these 4 months. And one of these months the Rath Yatra also happens, so they stay here. And when it gets over, after Chaturmasya, they go back. So this time when they all went, Rupa Goswami continued his stay.
For us, it's difficult to find out even 3-4 days. And devotees used to stay for Shravan, Bhadra, Ashwin, and Kartik Mas. 4 months they will stay there.
एक दिन रूपाकारे नाटक लिखाना आचंबिते महाप्रभु हईला आगमना.
One day while Rupa Goswami was writing his book, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu suddenly appeared.
संभ्रमे दुहे उठी दंडवत हैला दुहे आलिंगिया प्रभु आसने वसीला. As soon as Haridas Thakur and Rupa Goswami saw the Lord coming, they both stood up and then fell down to offer him their respectful obeisances. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced them both and then sat down.
क्या पुंथी लिखी बाली एक पत्र नीला अक्षर देखिया प्रभु माने सुखी हैला. The Lord inquired, "What kind of book are you writing?" He held up a palm leaf that was a page of the manuscript, and when he saw the fine handwriting, his mind was very pleased.
Shri Rupera Aksharyena Mukutara Panti Pridahana Karin Prabhu Aksharera Stuti. Thus being pleased, the Lord praised the writing by saying, the handwriting of Rupa Goswami is just like rows of pearls. So as of now, Mahaprabhu has not yet read the content. The handwriting itself, Mahaprabhu is so pleased. He's saying that it's so beautiful like the rows of pearls. Se patra Prabhu eka shloka ye dekhila Padite shloka preme avishtahaila.
While reading the manuscript, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw words on that page, and as soon as he read it, he was overwhelmed by ecstatic love. Tunde tandavini ratim vitunate tundavali labdhaye karna krodha kadambini ghatayate karnarudebhyasparam cheta prangana sangini vijayate sarvendriyanam kritim no jane janita kriyadbhir amrite krishneti varnadvai.
I do not know how much nectar the two syllables Krishna have produced. When the holy name of Krishna is chanted, it appears to dance within the mouth. We then desire many, many mouths. When that name enters the holes of the ears, we desire millions of ears. And when the holy name dances in the courtyard of the heart, it conquers the activities of the mind, and therefore all the senses become inert. So we can see here, Rupa Goswami has written this amazing, beautiful verse, and we will see how the other devotees, when they hear this verse, what is the reaction, how they react to that. So it is basically glorifying Krishna's name, Krish and Na. And what is Rupa Goswami desiring? He is desiring many, many mouths and many, many ears, because he wants to, chant more and more, and he wants to hear more and more. And he's telling that heart ka courtyard, the holy name dances there in the courtyard of heart, and because of that and due to that, because when the holy name reaches the heart, it captures complete attention and the mind gets completely under control, and that way it is very easy to control the mind and control the senses. So we talk about, that mind is so turbulent, how to control the mind or my senses. इंद्रियां तृप्ति के पीछे भागते रहते, I want this, I don't want this, life goes in that. But here is a way, here is a method how to capture my senses and my mind and control them and engage them in hearing Krishna's name.
So much nectar is there.
Shloka Shuni Haridas Harila Unnasi Nachite Lagila Shloke Artha Prashamasi.
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chanted this verse, Haridas Thakur, upon hearing the vibration, became jubilant and began to dance while praising its meaning.
কৃষ্ণ নামের মহিমা শাস্ত্র সাধু মুখে জানি, নামের মাধুরী আইছে কাহা নাহি শুনি। Krishna Namer Mahima. If one wants to learn the beauty and transcendental position of the holy name of the Lord, then how do we do that? Sadhu Mukhe Jani, by hearing the revealed scripture from the mouths of devotees. Nowhere else can we hear of the sweetness of Lord's holy name. So if we want to understand the Mahima, the glories, the position of these transcendental names, we must take the association of a Vaishnava and try to hear from him. So scriptures not from a Vaishnava but from the mouth of a Vaishnava, and then only we can appreciate the sweetness of Lord's holy names. तबे महाप्रभु दुहे करिया लिंगना, मध्याह्न करिते समुद्रे करिला गमना.
Thus Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu embraced Haridas and Rupa Goswami and left for the seaside to perform his noontime duties.
हर दिन महाप्रभु देखी जगन्नाथ, सार्वभौम रामानंद स्वरूपादि साथ. सब मिली चली आइला श्री रूपे मिलिते, पथे दान गुण सबा लागिला कहिते. On the next day, after visiting the temple of Jagannath as usual, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Ramananda Rai and Swarup Damodar. They all went together to Srila Rupa Goswami, and on the way the Lord greatly praised his qualities. Lord was so happy with such a devotee that Lord is praising his quality in his absence. दुई श्लोक कहि प्रभुर हइला महासुखा, निज भक्तिर गुण कहे हाना पंचमुखा.
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recited the two important verses, he felt great pleasure. Thus, as if he had 5 mouths, he began to praise his devotee.
सर्वभौम रामानंदे परीक्षा करिते, श्री रूपेर गुण दुहारे लागिला कहिते. Just to examine Sarvabhauma and Ramananda Rai, the Lord began to praise the transcendental qualities of Sri Rupa Goswami before them. Now, generally, unfortunately, with us it is like if somebody else is praised in front of us, constant comparison in the mind begins. And from there sprouts jealousy, which sometimes converts into envy also. You know, and we immediately, the mind starts comparing and, oh, I'm also better. Why is only he being glorified? So it is mentioned here, just to examine Sarvabhauma and Ramananda Rai, Lord began to praise Rupa Goswami even more. Ishvara svabhava bhakte nalaya prada, alpa seva bahu mane atma paryanta prasada.
Characteristically, the Supreme Personality of Godhead does not take seriously an offense committed by a pure devotee. The Lord accepts whatever small service a devotee renders as being such a great service that he is prepared to give even himself, what to speak of other benedictions. So, couple of things. That one, when what is Ishwar Swabhav? What is the nature of the Lord? So, when there is a pure devotee and he may commit some accidental offense, the Lord does not really take it seriously. He knows the past of that devotee, he knows the present of the devotee, and he also knows the future of the devotee. So, he does not take very seriously.
And he knows the heart of the devotee.
And he knows the heart of the past, present, future, and the heart of the devotee. That the devotee is not really that kind of a person. Sometimes that happens with us also, you know, when there is a friend and he may say something or do something. At that moment, we may feel a little awkward, but we also understand, you know, we have known that particular friend for so many years and we know that how wonderful a person he is, and therefore we tend to excuse many times. The Lord accepts whatever small service a devotee renders as being such a great service that is prepared to give even himself. So that is the nature of the Lord. That is Ishwar Sabhav. So when somebody renders even a small service, Lord feels so grateful and he feels so much obliged that he thinks, what shall I do for this devotee? What can I do for this devotee? Okay, let me give myself to this devotee. So what to speak of where any other benediction come anywhere close to this, where Lord wants to give himself. And that too just for some small service the devotee has done.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is known as Purushottam, the greatest of all persons, has a pure mind. He is so gentle that even if his servant is implicated in a great offense, he does not take it very seriously. Indeed, if his servant renders some small service, the Lord accepts it as being very great. Even if an envious person blasphemes the Lord never manifests anger against him. Such are his great qualities. So, isn't that amazing? Like, if we meditate on this verse, we would also become very compassionate to others. I mean, of course, our heart would be full of gratitude for such a master, and simultaneously seeing this, reading these type of verses, our heart should also soften towards other living entities around us, because this is the perspective of the Lord. So, if we follow his footstep, that would be very pleasing to him.
So here this point of that if servant renders small service, the Lord accepts it as being very great. It's like it is very small, but Lord uses a magnifying glass to see it. So it's very small, but Lord sees it very, very big. भक्त संगे प्रभु आयला देखी दुई जना दंडवत हाना कैला चरण वंदना.
When Haridas Thakur and Rupa Goswami saw that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had come with his intimate devotees, they both immediately fell down like logs and offered prayers to their lotus feet.
भक्त संग कैला प्रभु दुहारे मिलना पिंडाते वसीला प्रभु लाना भक्त गाना. Thus Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his personal devotees met Rupa Goswami and Haridas Thakur. The Lord then sat down in an elevated place with his devotees.
Rupa Haridas duhe vasila pind tale sabara
gare na uthila pindara upar. Can you read it again?
Rupa Haridas duhe vasila pind tale sabara na uthila pindara upare. Rupa Goswami and Haridas Thakur sat at the foot of the elevated place where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was sitting. Although everyone asked them to sit on the same level as the Lord and his associates, they did not do so.
So natural humility they were exhibiting.
Purva shloka pada Rupa Prabhu agya kaila Lajjate na pade Rupa mauna dharila.
When Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered Rupa Goswami to read the verse that they had previously heard, Rupa Goswami, because of great shyness, did not read it, but instead remained silent. So we see this natural, beautiful quality of Rupa Goswami. He composed a verse, and that won the heart of the Lord, gave him so much of bliss and joy and great ecstasy, and yet Rupa Goswami did not feel even a grain of sand worth of pride, and he was so humble. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, imagine Mahaprabhu enjoyed this verse and he was so blissful, and next day he got so his associates also, and then he said, okay, recite that verse. And then Rupa Goswami is feeling so shy. They said, he was just quiet.
Swarupa Gosai tabe se shlokadila Shuni sabakara chitte chamatkara haila. Then Swarup Damodar Goswami recited the verse, and when all the devotees heard it, their minds were struck with wonder. My dear friend, Now I have met my very old and dear friend Krishna on this field of Kurukshetra. I am the same Radharani and now we are meeting together. It is very pleasant, but I would still like to go to the bank of the Yamuna beneath the trees of the forest there. I wish to hear the vibration of his sweet flute playing the fifth note within that forest of Vrindavan. So that verse is of Srimati Radharani, longing for association of Krishna in Vrindavan. So that is the mood and tone of the verse here. राय भट्टाचार्य बोले तोमार प्रसाद बीने तोमार हृदय ए जानिला के माने.
After hearing this verse, Ramanand Rai and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, without your special mercy, how could this Rupa Goswami have understood your mind? How is it possible that Rupa Goswami could understand what is going on in your mind unless you have bestowed your special mercy upon him?
आमाते संचारी पूर्वे कहिला सिद्धांता ये सब सिद्धांते ब्रह्मा नाही पाए अंत. Srila Ramananda Rai said that previously Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had empowered his heart so that he could express elevated and conclusive statements to which even Lord Brahma has no access. So I'm sure we would all remember that beautiful and intense and intimate conversation between Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Ramananda Rai, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was inquiring and simultaneously he was empowering. So he was asking the questions and Ramananda Rai was telling that I don't know from where these answers are coming. You are empowering me and that is why I am able to speak all these things. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could take him till the time Ramananda Rai was actually talking about the highest rasa in its full manifestation.
And Ramananda Rai is remembering that Amate Sanchari Purve, in the past you have empowered me, like you are empowering Rupa Goswami now.
ताते जानी पूर्वे तोमार पानाचे प्रसाद ताहा विना नाहे तोमार हृदयानुवाद.
Had you not previously bestowed your mercy on him, they said, it would not have been possible for him to express your internal feelings.
प्रभु कहे काह रूपा नाटकेर श्लोका ये श्लोका सुनीले लोके आय दुख शोका. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, my dear Rupa, please recite that verse from your drama which upon being heard makes all people's unhappiness and lamentation go away. So Mahaprabhu is asking him to read out that shloka and he is simultaneously glorifying that shloka. So what is the benediction of that shloka? That if one hears that, that will make everyone's unhappiness and lamentation go away.
Dukkha shoka.
Dukkha shoka.
The only two things in this material world. बार बार प्रभु यदि तारे आज्ञा दिला तबे से श्लोक रूपा गोसाई कहिला. When the Lord persisted in asking this again and again, Rupa Goswami recited that verse, which is as follows. Tunde tandavini ratim vitunnate tundavali labdhaye Karna krodha kadambini ghatayate karnar buddhibhya spraham Cheta prangana sangini vijayate sarvendriyanam kritim No jane janita kriyadbhiramrite krishneti varnadvai.
I do not know how much nectar the two syllables Krishna have produced. When the holy name of Krishna is chanted, it appears to dance within the mouth. We then desire many, many mouths. When that name enters the holes of the ears, we desire many millions of ears. And when the holy name dances in the courtyard of the heart, it conquers the activities of the mind, and therefore all the senses become inert. यत भक्त वृंदा आर्य रामानंद श्लोक शूनि सावर आनंद विस्मय.
when all the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, especially Sri Ramananda Rai, heard this verse, they were all filled with transcendental bliss and were struck with wonder.
सब बोले नाम महिमा शुनियाची अपार ए मन माधुर्य के हा नाही वर्णे आर. Everyone admitted that although they had heard many statements glorifying the holy name of the Lord, they had never heard such sweet descriptions as those of Rupa Goswami. So they have heard lot of glorification of the holy names, but no one ever has glorified the holy names so sweetly.
So we should all be very happy that we, being in followers of Srila Prabhupada, being members of ISKCON, that we are all aspiring to become Rupa Nugas, followers of Rupa Goswami.
राय कहे कौन ग्रंथ करहे न जानी याहर भीतरे ए सिद्धांते रखानी.
Ramananda Rai inquired, what kind of drama are you writing? We can understand that it is a mine of conclusive statements. So imagine this is a drama, and within the drama, all the conclusions of the Vedas, of the Upanishads, of the scriptures, the topmost truths have been embedded like a mine of jewels.
स्वरूप कहे कृष्ण लीला नाटक करीते व्रज लीला पूर लीला एकत्र वर्णिते. Swarup Damodar replied for Srila Rupa Goswami. He wanted to compose a drama about the pastimes of Lord Krishna. He planned to describe in one book both the pastimes of Vrindavan and those of Dwarka and Mathura. आरंभी अछीला एबे प्रभु आज्ञा पाना दुई नाटक के रीति छे विभाग करिया.
He began it in that way, but now, following the orders of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has divided it into two and is writing two plays. One concerning the pastimes of Mathura and Dwarka, and the other concerning the pastimes of Vrindavan. So he wanted to, Rupa Goswami wanted to write a drama about all the three places where Lord Krishna has performed pastimes. And on the instructions, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is divided into two parts, one Vrindavan and one Mathura and Dwarka.
So I'm sure we would all remember in the last class we were discussing this, that when he was coming to Odisha and he stayed in a place called Satyabhamapur, and then a divine lady came in his dream and she instructed that write my drama separately, make two dramas, not one. And then we understood that that was Satyabhama herself who had come and instructed Rupa Goswami, and that was going on in his mind. And when he reached and when he meets Mahaprabhu, and after a while Mahaprabhu instructs him, don't take Krishna out of Vrindavan. Yashoda Krishna, Nanda Krishna does not leave Vrindavan. So from that he gathered that yes, Mahaprabhu is also giving the same instruction, so that dream is confirmed, and then I have to write the two dramas. Vedagdha Madhava Lalita Madhava Dui Natake Prema Rasa Adbhuta Sabha. The two plays are called Vidagdha Madhav and Lalita Madhav. Both of them wonderfully describe ecstatic emotional love of God. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada has mentioned that this conversation was happening in 1515, and then one of the drama was completed in 1532 and the other drama was completed in 1537. So it took 17 years and 22 years to compose him these dramas.
And these are translated by His Holiness Bhanuswami Maharaj. So those devotees who have spent considerable time in ISKCON, read Srila Prabhupada books, can explore these works.
राय कहे नंदी श्लोक पढ़ देखी सुनी श्री रूप श्लोक पढ़ी प्रभु आज्ञा मानी.
Ramananda Rai said, please recite the introductory verse of the Vidagdha Madhav so that I can hear and examine it. Thus, Sri Rupa Goswami began being ordered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, recited the verse.
May the pastimes of Sri Krishna reduce the miseries existing in the material world and nullify all unwanted desires. The pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are like Shikharini, a blend of yogurt and sugar candy. They overpower the pride of even the nectar produced on the moon, for they distribute the sweet fragrance of the concentrated loving affairs of Srimati Radharani and the gopis. So this is 1.1, and here itself the glorification of the pastime or the benediction by reciting, by hearing the pastime of Krishna is twofolded. One is that they reduce the existing of material world. So whatever miseries we are facing, that would reduce. And second, it nullifies all unwanted desires. So only spiritual desires remain. Whatever desires we have, those are spiritualized. Otherwise, all the desires are gone and the miseries are reduced. And then this description of Shikharini, it's a blend of yogurt and sugar candy, and it is so sweet. So that is compared to the sweetness of the loving affair of Srimati Radharani and the gopis along with Krishna. राय कहे कहा इष्ट देवीर वर्णना प्रभुर संकोचे रूपा ना करे पठना.
Ramananda Rai said, "Now please recite the description of the glories of your worshipable deity." Rupa Goswami, however, hesitated due to embarrassment because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was present. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was the Ishtadev of Rupa Goswami, and Ramananda Rai saying, now you recite the verse, describe the glories of your worshipable Ishtadev.
प्रभु कहे कहा के ने कर संकोच लाजे ग्रंथेर फल सुनाई बा वैष्णव समाजे. The Lord, however, encouraged Rupa Goswami saying, why are you embarrassed? You should recite it so the devotees can hear the good fruit of your writing. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I mean, probably he is not consciously aware that it would be his glorification coming up. So he is telling, kaha kaha, bolo bolo, kena kar sankoch laje. Why are you, sankoch? Why you are feeling shy? Why are you feeling embarrassed? We should discuss whatever you have written in the assembly, Vaishnava Samaj, in the assembly of the Vaishnavas, because then that is the proper utilization of your writing, that the Vaishnavas hear that. तबे रूप गोसाई श्लोक पढ़िला शुनि प्रभु कहे अति स्तुति हईला.
When Rupa Goswami thus recited this verse, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu disapproved of it because it described his personal glories. He expressed the opinion that it was an exaggerated explanation.
अति स्तुति हईला, ज्यादा ही हो रहा है ये तो. अनर्पिता चरिं चिरात् करुणायवतीर्णः कलौ समर्पयितुम् उन्नतोज्ज्वला रसां स्वभक्ति श्रियम् हरिपुरट सुन्दरद्युति कदम्ब सन्दीपितः सदा हृदय कंदरे स्फुरतौ वह शचीनंदनः. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the son of Srimati Shachi Devi, be transcendentally situated in the innermost core of your heart. Resplendent with the radiance of molten gold, he has descended in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before, the most elevated mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love. So the second verse where he is praising his Isht Dev, Sriman Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so he is glorifying Mahaprabhu, that how he has one quality or he has one offering which none other incarnation has ever done. He is the one who is introducing us to the mellows of devotional service, the mellows of conjugal love. सब भक्त गण कहे श्लोक सुनिया, कृतार्थ करिला सबाय श्लोक सुनाना.
All the devotees present so greatly appreciated this verse that they expressed their gratitude to Sri Rupa Goswami for his transcendental recitation.
राय कहे कोना मुखे पात्र सन्निधाना, रूप कहे काल साम्ये प्रवर्तक नामा. Ramananda Rai inquired, how have you introduced the assembly of the players? So there are different participants in the drama, different parts they are playing. So them he is referring as players. So how are you introducing them? Rupa Goswami replied, the players assemble at a suitable time under the heading of Pravartak. So if we read the purport, Srila Prabhupada has in detail mentioned that how introducing the characters in a drama by proper logic and the code of the drama writing, there are 5 ways. And one of the ways is this Pravartak. So this Pravartak means when the time is appropriate, that particular player walks in, that particular artist or person whose role is there, he walks in. So that is the introduction, that when the time is right. So that process is Pravartak. So Rupa Goswami is telling that Kala Samye Pravartak Naam. So that is how he is introducing the players. Akshiptah Kal Samyena Praveshah Syat Pravartakah.
When the entrance of the actors is set in motion by the arrival of a suitable time, the entrance is called Pravartak. Soyam vasanta samaya samiyaya yasmin purnam tam ishvaram apodhanavanuragam gurhagraha ruchiraya saharadhayasu Rangaya Sangamayita Nishi Paurnamasi.
Springtime had arrived, and the full moon of that season inspired the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is complete in everything, with new attraction to meet the beautiful Srimati Radharani at night to increase the beauty of their pastimes. राय कहे प्ररोचनादि कह देखी सुनी, रूप कहे महाप्रभु श्रवणेच्छ जानी.
Ramananda Rai said, please recite the Prarorachan portion so that I may hear and examine it. Sri Rupa replied, I think that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's desire to hear is Prarochan. The devotees now present are constantly thinking of the Supreme Lord and are therefore highly advanced. This work, named Vidagdha Madhav, depicts the characteristic pastimes of Lord Krishna with decorations of poetic ornaments. And the inner grounds of the forest of Vrindavan provide a suitable platform for the dancing of Krishna with the gopis. Therefore, I think that the pious activities of persons like us who have tried to advance in devotional service have now attained maturity.
So this is a verse. Can we go back to the previous one? So here we see that Ramananda Rai, now we would understand, I think that chapter is yet to come in Ante Leela, where we will see that what is the role of Ramananda Rai. So Ramananda Rai is expert in organizing dramas. He is super expert. That is his main service. So here, now we will see that Ramananda Rai would ask specific technicalities of the drama. And as he's saying here, please recite the Prarochan portion so that I may hear and examine it. So it is like Rupa Goswami is running through his drama scripts and Ramananda Rai is trying to examine it and see that it is proper, it is happening or it is placed properly, and all the grammatical rules, all the poetic rules, everything is being adhered to. So that is how Rupa Goswami is presenting this verse number 138. O learned devotees, I am by nature ignorant and low, Yet, even though it is from me that Vidagdha Madhav has come, it is filled with descriptions of the transcendental attributes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, will not such a literature bring about the attainment of the highest goal of life? Although its wood may be ignited by a low-class man, fire can nevertheless purify gold. Similarly, although I am very low by nature, this book may help cleanse the dirt from within the hearts of the golden devotees. So we again witness the humility of Srila Rupa Goswami, and he is accepting. I mean, he is not just for namesake or for lip service he's saying so. He genuinely feels that how he is very low. His birth was low, his activities was low. Till the time he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was serving the Nawab. So all that keeping in mind, he understands that he is very low. That is his understanding. And yet he is telling that because Vidagdha Madhav, this literature, would be describing the transcendental qualities of the Supreme Lord. So he is telling, will not such a literature bring about the attainment of the highest goal of life? So he is telling, though I am very low, and yet I am composing this on the instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So though I am low, yet I am confident that the revolution would come in the hearts and minds of the devotees who would read this literature, not because of me, but because it is glorifying the Supreme Lord. And he's using an analogy there that as wood may be ignited by a low class man, fire can nevertheless purify gold. So fire would not discriminate that, oh, it is being ignited by a low class man, so I will not function as fire. So that is how Srila Rupa Goswami is humbly offering this Vidagdha Madhav. राय कहे कहा देखी प्रेमोत्पत्ति कारण पूर्व राग विकार चेष्टा काम लिखना.
Then Ramananda Rai inquired from Rupa Goswami about the causes of the loving affairs between Krishna and the gopis, such as previous attachments, transformations of love, endeavors for love, and exchanges of letters disclosing the gopis' awakening love for Krishna.
क्रमे श्री रूप गोसाई सकली कहिला शुनि प्रभु भक्त गणे चमत्कार हैला. Sri Rupa Goswami gradually informed Ramananda Rai about everything he asked. Hearing his explanations, all devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu were struck with wonder. So we will stop here and we will continue in the Antya-Leela's journey in the next session. Also, as usual, we will be opening our WhatsApp group and we would be really looking forward for your realizations and learnings from today's session. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
गिरिधारी गोपीनाथ